My name is Emily, and this is going to sound completely insane, but please, listen. I swear I'm not making this up. It all started last summer when I went to live with my aunt. My parents had to travel overseas for work, so she let me stay in her guest room for a month. Her house was peaceful, quiet, a little old, but cozy. I actually liked it there, until the attic. I was bored one afternoon and decided to explore a little. Up in the attic, under a dusty old blanket, I found a box, and inside that box was a doll. Its eyes were big and glassy, blood red. Its smile was stitched just a little too wide, creepy but oddly cute. There was no tag, no brand. Something about it felt different, like it wasn't meant to be found. Still, I brought it downstairs and set it on my bookshelf. Didn't think much of it. But that night, I couldn't sleep. I kept tossing and turning. It felt like something was watching me. Every time I looked around, the doll seemed closer, staring, like it had something to say. I laughed it off. But the next morning, the doll wasn't on the shelf anymore. It was sitting on my desk, facing me. My heart dropped. I didn't touch it. I just stood there, trying to make sense of it. Did it fall? But how did it land sitting up like that? I tried to stay calm, but the second night was worse. At 2:30 in the morning, I heard something hit the floor. I turned on the lamp. The doll was at the foot of my bed, just sitting there. I sat up, trying to be brave. I said, "Aunt May, are you messing with me?" A soft voice from the hallway whispered,
No.
and then the doll blinked back, slowly, one eye at a time. My breath caught in my chest. I couldn't look away. Then it smiled wider, like its face stretched. I screamed. My aunt burst in, but the doll was back on the shelf. She said, "I probably had a nightmare. Maybe I did, but it felt too real." So the next night, I set up my phone to record. What I saw the next morning still chills me. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the doll turned its head. Then it floated off the shelf. It didn't fall. It hovered, and it walked to the foot of my bed. Then it climbed up slowly like it had done it before. It leaned close to my ear and whispered something. I smiled in my sleep. I still don't know why, but that smile haunts me. I woke up feeling sick, like something was crawling under my skin. That was it. I grabbed the doll, ran outside, and dumped it far from the house. That night, I finally slept, until 3 a.m. Something tugged at my blanket. I opened my eyes. The doll was sitting on my chest, its eyes glowing red. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. It leaned in again and whispered,
"Let me stay."
The next morning, I woke up on the floor. The doll was gone. I told my aunt I needed to go home. She didn't ask why. But just as I was leaving, she looked at me and said softly,
You found it, didn't you?
I froze. Then she added,
It used to belong to my daughter.
Her daughter died when she was just 9. I didn't say a word. I just left. But when I got home, there it was, in my backpack. The doll, sitting up straight, smiling. It blinked once and whispered,
"I told you, I never leave."
If you were in my place, what would you have done differently? Let me know in the comments.